What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a new interior upgrade. It's been a minute since we've done an interior upgrade, so we're going to be installing some new dash lights because the existing ones, let's be honest, kind of suck. They're really dim and honestly you can barely see them. I mean, sometimes you can tell that there's somewhat of a light, but it's usually really hard to tell and kind of unnoticeable. So other than make it more noticeable, it's also the white is going to be more like blue, so that's going to pop in the car, and I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, let's get going. So the current light, it's on right now. I mean, during daytime it's almost impossible to see. This one is also on, but we'll get to that one later. We're not upgrading the doors yet, but we will eventually. But actually you can see a little bit right here, a little bit of red or amber. I guess that is from the light. You can see how kind of dim that is. So that is going to be popping, and I'm really excited to see that. And this is the light that we're going to be installing. You can see it looks pretty similar, and let's go ahead and open it up. As you can see, there's not much to it. We're just going to basically place that over, and I think this should be a really quick and easy install. And here it is, you guys. As you can see, there are only 4 screws that we need to put on, and there's our little LED strip on the bottom and around. And yeah, that's all that we have to do. To get these bottom 2 screws, we're gonna just pop this out over here. And to get the top 2 screws, we're gonna have to temporarily pull the dash out. That's it. There are 4 total screws, and that's all. All that we're going to need is a trim tool and a screwdriver with the T15 Torx. The trim tool, we're just going to go ahead and take like so and just pop this out. And as we pop this out, we'll see that something here is already plugged in. That is basically this is the plug that we're going to be using. So it's just going to plug in there. So basically that's it. We have 4 screws to undo. First one. Next, in order to gain access to these 2 screws that are up here, we have to pull the dash out just slightly. So it's best if we start over here on this end. So let's just do that. Like so. These little pins, like this one, just go straight in there. So when you pull this out, just make sure you're pulling out straight rather than kind of wiggling it too much. All right, we're just gonna set this kind of up here on top. So all we really need here is just to gain access to these 2 screws. So let's go ahead and pop those out. Now we should be able to just pull this straight out like so. Okay, so for this next part, there are actually little clips. There's one over here, one over here, and one over here. And the way I went about it, I actually had to get a little tiny flathead, and I just stick it in here. You can if you pry it open like this, you can see where the clips are, and you just go like this and pop it out. And as you go pop them all, this is just going to be able to come out. So this is the bottom piece for the air conditioning control. There's a little connector here that we're just going to go ahead and pull out. And then all we're going to do is just transfer it over here. Right? So now we got the bottom part out. Now we just got to get this top part out. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this process. This time I will have you guys watch. So it's we can see there's one tab, there's one here, there's one here, and one over here. So I'm just gonna go in like so, pop it, pop this one, pop this one. Some of them actually make a pop, but some of them don't. That's okay though. And that's the other part with the numbers. So now we just have this left, and what we're gonna do is unplug it from the car. Like so. That's it. We've disconnected it at this point. Toss that in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off now. Oh yeah. Brand new. Wonderful. And the same way that we did that, we're just gonna go ahead and pop this back in. like so. Just clicks in, nothing crazy to do. I'm gonna do the same with the top piece, just like so. Pops in, pretty easy stuff. We're just gonna go ahead and connect this back. Now that that's done, we're just gonna plug in the top piece that we unplugged right here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this all back up here. Now, here's a dilemma, because the new unit has 2 of these cables, and I only have 1 coming out of the car. I've looked and looked and looked, and I don't see anything else where I can plug this other thing in. Out of the car, there's this purple connector that comes out. It's a female. And from the new unit, I have a red female and this black that's male. I have nowhere to put this little red with the female. It's a red connector with the blue cable. I have nowhere to put that, so we're just gonna ignore it. And if something doesn't work, we'll know that we left something unplugged. But for now, we're just gonna connect these 2. Maybe. I'm actually confused because this doesn't seem to want to fit. There's a little notch over here, but this is basically backwards, so I don't understand how to put that in. Like if I put them like this next to each other, it seems to fit, but when I have to plug it in, it's the opposite. Yeah, how does that work? We have been visited by Nico. Nico, what you doing? You want to be in the video? Nico wants to install the light as well. Okay, so as you can see, the difference is that the little notch is in the opposite ends, so I can't plug it in. That is pretty annoying, so I don't know how we're gonna go about doing that. Either we order a new thing, or I think I'm just gonna cut that off, that little lip. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that piece off. Serves no purpose anyway. Okay, cut it off. I bet now it's gonna plug in. Yeah, now it plugs in just fine. And I guess this blue cable with the red, I don't know what to do with that. I have no place to plug that in, so I'm just gonna leave that unplugged and just tuck it all in. We need to put the screws back in, but before we do that, let's just see if it works. It works! Hey, look how bright that is. Heck yeah. Alright. First things first, the screws. So to put it back on, we're just gonna line up all of these pieces where it goes in. There we go. Perfect. Here it is. You can already see how much brighter that is. Oh, I love that. Heck yeah. Now if we go vehicle settings, lighting, interior. So currently we're on classic. If we switch to sport. Oh yeah, look at that color. Oh yes, that looks so nice. Oh yeah. Man. That along with the 6WB looks awesome. I love that. The blue is so new somehow to me. Yes. And if we switch to sport, like that would actually really go nicely with this blue in Eco Pro, if we only drove in Eco Pro. But if we go to sport, that is so much brighter. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, you can see the difference. It's still a pretty, I mean, it's not complete daylight, but it's still pretty bright out, and this is really popping. Unlike the doors, which you can't even see that there are lights, but there are lights. You know, somewhere. See them? So the next thing we're gonna do is the doors, but we're gonna go do one that matches this, not just the one that's simply adding a little layer. So stay tuned for that. All right, a quick update. We have some white cables here. One is with 2 males and 1 female, and one is with 2 females and 1 male. And we're gonna see which one of those fits the situation that we have here. And you might be wondering, why is your light not on? It's because it's automatic lights and it's daylight. If I were to do this, they would come on, but some reason they're not on during the day. So yeah, we have one part that comes out of the car. That's the female, and then we have 1 male here and 1 female. So if my math is correct, we need 2 males and 1 female. To do that, we'll take this female that's coming out of the car, plug one of these males in, but again, they seem to be just opposite of what I need. So I'm gonna get my little clip and cut this off again. So all we have left now is 2 males and 2 females. So male of one into the female of the other. Okay, now we have no hanging cords. I have no idea what light this is gonna be. I heard from my cousin who has a similar car, who had the same issue. That's who I actually got these cables, this white cable from. Said that his was like that too, and he didn't know which one, so he got one of each. So let's see. I see virtually no difference. I have no idea what that's for. If you know what that's for, let me know down in the comment section, because I have no clue. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what that's for. I don't understand. Let's see if I move it to... So I programmed this to just hit number 7, and it will take me to interior lighting. If you're curious about how to do that, all you have to do is first get to lighting in your iDrive, and then just choose either interior or exterior, and then just hold one of the numbers, whichever one you want. So I did 7. Just like that, means that it's saved. So you can be anywhere in your car and just want to quickly change that, just hit 7, and there it is. And this is great, but I still can't see what this is. I can't see anything down here. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know why the white cable was necessary, but yeah. We can see that my door has almost no visible light. If you look underneath, there's a small faint white light and a blue light here. So yeah, can't wait to get that. It's gonna be so nice. But anyway, we'll go back to amber. Oh yeah. What do you guys think? This was fairly easy, other than figuring out what to do with that one cord and having to cut the little piece off. But I think that different cars have different cables that come out, so I think that's why that was. But what do you guys think? Especially with sport mode dials, that's nice. You guys prefer the blue or the amber? I don't know. I like them both. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. And just like that, guys, this was really easy to do. I recommend this to everyone. It's a really inexpensive modification, and it will add a lot of pop in the lighting system inside, in the interior lighting. So I'm gonna link that in the description below to where I found it. Yeah, hope that you guys can do the same thing and have a very easy installation, and that you can enjoy this as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.